Hello, Dr. Keith Smith with you, Surgery Center of Oklahoma once again. I have a good Christmas story for you and also a lesson from our old friend Frederick Bastiat. Frederick Bastiat was a great political philosopher and statesman who wrote famously The Parable of the Broken Window, amongst other things. He talked about the shopkeeper whose window was broken and about the shallow comments of onlookers who talked about how great this was for the economy as they watched the glazier repair the window. Bastiat was quick to point out that the shopkeeper was no better off after having spent all this money on having his window fixed. He, in fact, was just right back where he started. He asked the question, what is not seen? What would the shopkeeper have done with the money that he spent to repair this window that he didn't do? What is not seen? I like to think about that when patients come to our facility and spend $3,000 instead of $30,000 for an operation. What do those families do with this $27,000 or whatever the amount is? What do they do with that money? That is what is not seen, and I think it's very important to keep that in mind, and I think Bastiat thought so too. This last week we had a great example of that. A patient was at a so-called not-for-profit hospital about to have surgery and was scrambling to come up with the nearly $3,000 that represented her copay and deductible when she remembered that her employer would pay for the entire surgery if she came to our facility. The employer is happy to do this because he's self-funded and he's happy to relieve this patient of all of their out-of-pocket expense because even after this patient paid the $3,000 out of her pocket, the employer's self-funded health plan was going to get dinged a very, very large amount. She remembered this. She called. We got her scheduled, and she's going to have surgery here in the next few days, before Christmas, in fact. What will she do with the $3,000 that did not come out of her pocket, that almost went into the pockets of the so-called not-for-profit hospital? I don't know what she'll do, but that money is in her wallet instead of in the hospital's wallet. Will she have a better Christmas? Will she have a Christmas at all? What will she do? That is what is not seen, and I think it is a perfect example of Bastiat's parable and one he would approve of. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.